Welcome to The Good Life, the City of Bryan's monthly reminder of the great things happening in Bryan. Since the first locomotive rolled through town in 1867, Bryan residents have heard train horns at every railroad crossing. But in the coming years, things may get a little bit quieter in downtown Bryan.
So the Downtown Railroad Quiet Zone is a three-phase project in which we're installing medians, additional signage, additional striping in the downtown area along the two railroad tracks that we have in the city of Bryan. We have the Bryan sub and the Navasota sub, and those two go in separate directions. They get pretty close on the south side of downtown, and then they start to split as they approach downtown. And what we're doing is making these improvements so that eventually, once a full establishment of a quiet zone is in place, the train horn will not sound in the city of Bryan within the reaches of that quiet zone. What's most important and what we want residents to know is that this project is going to take a couple years, but it is beginning. You're going to start seeing medians, you're going to start seeing new signs, new striping, and that is the beginning of the quiet zone. So it's going to be a couple years, but it's beginning. So that's really exciting. For downtown businesses, we want the city of Bryan to be as visitor friendly. We want it to be walkable. We want it to be a place that you can enjoy outside or inside. And when the train horn blares, it's a little hard to enjoy outside, and you can even hear it inside buildings. And so we're trying to reduce that impact, better businesses, better the downtown experience, and make the city of Bryan even more enjoyable downtown.
The Bryan City Council will soon appoint members to the city's volunteer boards and commissions. They're seeking applicants to fill those positions. No experience is required. And new people who are new to serving are encouraged to apply. Applications are being accepted through September 17th. Apply online at onboard.bryantx.gov/apply. Forget about traffic and the hassle of finding a parking spot on Texas A&M football game days. Park for free and ride the game day shuttle from downtown Bryan to campus. The shuttle runs 3 hours pregame and 1 hour postgame. Visit gameday.bryantx.gov for more information. Take a peek into Bryan's history through the items that tell the stories of the people and events that shape the community. Beginning in September, you can visit the 150 Collection, a selection of over 30 items from Bryan's history that are on display at the Mounts Library and Carnegie History Center in downtown Bryan. The 150 Collection is part of the City of Bryan's 150th anniversary of incorporation. For hours and more details about the exhibit, visit 150.bryantx.gov. Bryan's Mayor Andrew Nelson was awarded the 2021 Public Service Leadership Award by the Texas Public Power Association on July 28th. The award recognizes outstanding service to Texas and contributions to energy policy benefiting the state's citizens, economy, and the environment. In the late 1800s, a small agricultural community by the Brazos River was home to hundreds of European immigrants. The families who lived there helped form Bryan as we know it today.
The Italians who settled in Brazos Valley concentrated on an area that's just a little outside of Bryan called Steel Store. Originally on the old plats, it's called Mudville, rightfully so, because it's right there between the Little Brazos and the Brazos River, and there were no levees, back in the 1800s when they started coming over. But the situation in Sicily in particular was that the miners who were mining sulfur found that America was shipping sulfur to Europe at a cheaper rate, so they were almost out of a job. And so for a lot of reasons, people began coming to this area, and the business people and farmers in this area were going to Italy and Sicily and handing out flyers, come work for us, we need workers, please come, we got places for you to stay and lots of opportunity. But at one time, Steel Store was the largest inland agrarian community in the nation. And that was in the late 1800s. Driving into the area that's Steel Store on State Highway 50, the first thing you'll see on the right would be the historic marker. And then as you go further into the town, you will see the old cotton gin. You can barely see the bricks, but it's covered with ivy and it's crumbling and falling down. Henry B. Steele's store is still there. At one time they had the school was there, and Henry Steele and his wife, I believe, were buried on property that was owned by Don Angonia. And that's still there. It has just a little cyclone fence around it. But for acres and acres and acres and acres, you'll see farming. It's a lot about family. It's a lot about food, the earth, growing things. Very, very grounded. It's hard to explain the feeling that you get. It's like a family reunion. And when all of these families came together, worked together, supported each other, and were successful and stuck it out, it's not going to go away.